Choosing the right puppy or dog for your family is a very important thing to consider. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. You need to get the right dog or puppy to fit into your household. Just this morning I received a message from someone asking me if I could find a home for their 8-month-old dog. It was now getting too boisterous and they felt that they weren't giving it enough time and attention, so they felt it would be better to go to a home where it can get this attention. So this is a common problem. We find that when puppies reach their teenage stage, this is when all the problems are occurring, and suddenly now they're looking for a new home, they get given to a shelter because the people didn't do enough homework before they went out to get that puppy or that dog. Now, I'm not a rehoming service, but it does upset me when dogs have to be, when I get a message saying that they want to rehome the dog. Obviously, I'm going to work with that family and see if we can't work through the problems, but here is a family that got a puppy, it was cute, but now it's hit the 8 months and they feel they can't cope with it anymore. It would be better in another home where they give it more attention. Maybe it would be, but I still feel they need a bit of work and a bit of time to work through their problems, which I will be doing. But getting back to choosing the right dog. Another story. Last year, I had an elderly lady who came to my puppy classes. She had a bulldog. She had had bulldogs her whole life, and she wanted another one. So the family bought her a bulldog puppy. This puppy was bitey, chewy, really gave her a hard time. And being in her 70s, nearly 80, she was not coping. We did everything we could. The family tried to help her. We went round and tried to help her. She went through the training. But it got to a stage where that puppy really wasn't the right dog for that home. Again, it was about 7-8 months old, and now the old lady was really scared of that dog. That dog knew it too. It would growl at her. It would attack her, bite her ferociously, because now she was terrified of it. And it didn't matter how much we helped her, tried to do things with it, that dog was just not the right dog. Luckily, there was a person who was friendly with the family who kept saying, if you don't want this dog, we want it. We know about the breed, we have one, we would like the dog. And in the end, we managed to persuade her that it would be in the dog's best interest to go to this new home. The dog went to the new home, absolutely fine. No biting, no chewing, no growling. It knew that it was happy in its new home. It didn't have to have a go at the old lady anymore. And as sad as it was, this lady had to admit it was the wrong dog for her. So, when you are thinking about a dog, getting another dog or another puppy, I'm saying it again, do your homework. Find out about the breed, if it is a proper breed that you're going to get. Are you going to cope with the energy levels? Will you be able to cope with the chewing and the biting and the chasing? Same thing as I've said before. Will the children cope with that dog or that puppy? You cannot just go out and do an emotive decision of, I want a puppy, let's go and get one. This is why so many of these dogs and these puppies are surrendered around 7 to 12 months of age, because the people didn't really go into this deeply. Another thing that people do wrong is they've got existing 2 dogs in a home, very happy, male and a female, everything going fine. Then they see this appeal. This poor dog is looking for a home. Look at that face. How can you not take this dog home with you? And off they go, and they get that dog. They bring it home. It doesn't matter what breed that third one is, what sex, that third dog is. It's going to be number 3. If it's 2 males you've got now, or 2 females, number 3. You know they're saying, 3's a crowd? Well, it works just like that in the dog world. They were having no problems with their 2 dogs. They suddenly went and got number 3. Now there are problems. Really shouldn't have got that number 3. Doesn't matter how much their appeal was and they felt sorry and sad for the dog, they now have major problems. So they've got to get working with a behaviorist or whatever how they're going to work it out. And sometimes that third dog has to, unfortunately, go back to the shelter. It just doesn't work. So you need to look at varying factors again. What breed are you going to get? Is your home big enough for it? Do you have time for it? Will your children cope with a puppy? It's no good just buying a puppy for the children because they're wanting one. Energy levels in that breed. Are you going to cope with energy levels? Size of your garden. All these things matter. And you're going to have to go through the whole process with a puppy of the chewing and the biting and the house training. It's difficult, not easy. Are you prepared to put in the time and the effort to get the right dog for your household? I know I've said this before, but getting this message this morning just made me decide I need to say it once again. You get this cute puppy, and when it reaches its teenage stage, suddenly you can't cope with it anymore. It's time to get rid of the dog. You need to think, do I really want that dog? Do I really want that puppy? And can I keep it for the whole of its life? Not just until I get tired of it. And then we'll find a new home for it. So please, guys, think carefully before you add another dog to your family.